Palworld has got to be one of the biggest success stories in the history of gaming, at least in the last several decades. People have been trying to downplay the success of the game for years. Why are people calling this game dead? This is just one of hundreds of threads that exist all across social media trying to diminish what this game has achieved, which as of the release of 1.0 has been absolutely monolithic success. When the game launched, it peaked at 2.1 million players. This is one of the biggest Steam launches in Steam history. It dipped to approximately 50,000 concurrents, for over the last year, maybe even longer. And then 1.0 released July 10th? Yeah, July 10th. And it shot up to 500,000 and then almost 1 million concurrent players. This is half the original player base, which blew people's minds. This was a success that nobody saw coming. And to this day, it has been almost a month now since 1.0's release, and we are pretty much at 460,000 24-hour peak, at almost the same peak as its release day. This game has so much staying power, has so much momentum, that it's almost unbelievable. These numbers are insanely impressive. What an absolute success. Current 557,000. That was shortly after its release. 23 days ago, peaked at 855,000 on Steam in the last 24 hours. Big congratulations to Palworld. It has become a success beyond our wildest dreams. Palworld dev Pocketpair decides against raising the price of the game for the 1.0 launch. This right here, this is a sign of a good developer, a good team. They know the game is a monolithic success at this point, but they've decided, you know what? Even in spite of this, we could make a lot more money, but we are putting our players first. The incredible quality game, the dev team that actually care about their players. There are so many factors here that go into what has made Palworld the success that it has become. It is sitting at overwhelmingly positive, with 95% of the reviews in our language being positive. Very positive, with 94% in the last 30 days. If it gets 1 more percent, it will be overwhelmingly positive as well. This is wild. Bucky, the guy himself, even made a tweet stating it's been 3 weeks since 1.0 dropped. We're still hitting 500,000 concurrent users midweek. Bonkers. There's people out there absolutely dying to post. Palworld lost X% of their players. Dead game. And at this rate, they'll have to wait at least another week or two. So once again, even the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Palworld guy, even he has seen the dead game. Palworld is dead. Tweets, Reddit threads, posts across Discord, all social media. It's absurd. It's genuinely asinine that people here are trying to destroy the game. Who in their right mind would attempt to, again, inhibit the success, downplay the success, when they could just look at this and be like, oh, you know what? People like the game. Cool. I don't. I'm gonna just go play COD. Cool. That's definitely something you could do. No, these people would rather try and spread malicious misinformation about a game being dead just to further whatever weird-ass narrative and agenda they're trying to push. I also want to point out, you guys keep telling me to make all tower bosses in Palworld recruitable, so I went ahead here and tried it, and these look very good. Damn. These bosses, Mrs. 69 completely finished the game, by the way. We did the final boss against her and her dragon up in the sky, like in the world tree. Man, that was, what a fight that was. All these boss fights were wild. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll leave it there, but this was very, very fun, unbelievably so. This is all very cool, though. Zoe looks awesome. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. And then we get to the topic, I think the most important topic of this video. Palworld Online has officially been announced. This is going to potentially be one of the bigger MMO releases in recent history. A large-scale MMO survival adventure developed by Garena under an official Pocket Pair license. A seamless open world, exploration, PAL collecting, news stories, quests, and expanded lore. MMO co-op, MMO PvP. You can build settlements, you can craft, you can automate with pals, you can defeat world bosses, you can capture rare pals. It is optimized for mobile controls with cross-device support. I don't see any mention of a PC version here, but I'm sure that it will be cross-platform compatible at some juncture. It needs to be. The Kotaku link specifically states, Palworld Online MMO announced releases in less than 4 months. So apparently, it is set to release before the end of 2026. That's actually kind of crazy. I didn't even know how to release it yet. Goddamn. Garena, the Singapore-based developer and publisher behind Free Fire, has just announced Palworld Online, a reimagined MMO version of Palworld, developed in collaboration with Pocket Pair, that will bring the essence of the PC title to Android and iOS later this year. As spotted by Gamatsu, the Palworld Online press release states it will drop at some point within the next 4 months. However, based on the somewhat vague description, paired with the fact that no promo images or trailers have been released yet, it's difficult to discern whether this is a completely new Palworld game or essentially a mobile port. But at the same time, they do state that it's going to have MMO functionality, that this is going to be an actual genuine MMO. I mean, I love Palworld, but I think the servers themselves are largely limited, and I don't think they can hit the scale of an MMO. Maybe like a hub MMO or an MMO Lite, sure, but not like a full-scale MMO. For instance, the press release states that Palworld Online reimagines the depth, freedom, and scale of the original PC survival creature collecting title for mobile, which to me makes it sound an awful lot like this new game is that this is a new game and not a mobile port. Yeah, because they do state reimagined, so that means their interpretation of the game. Yet the official quote from Terry Zhao, president at Garena, also states the developers are focused on preserving the depth, immersion, and freedom that define Palworld, while thoughtfully optimizing the experience for mobile play, which makes it sound like it is a mobile port. No, it doesn't. That just means that they are trying to preserve the depth, immersion, and freedom of the original Palworld while implementing it in a new form. But this all sounds like it's going to be a completely new game. I don't know. That's how I am perceiving it here. The key features section also notes that Palworld Online will feature an original story and unique lore. So it's going to have a completely different story. It's going to have its own lore. It's going to expand the narrative with new side stories created exclusively for this version of the game. That makes it sound like it's a different game. The frequent use of the word version in this press release, paired with the fact that it's being optimized specifically for mobile play, leads me to believe that perhaps this is somewhere between a port and a new game. No! What? Okay, you know what? Whatever. But this is speculation on my behalf. In any case, given the fact that there are fewer than 5 full months left in the year, we can almost definitely expect to hear some more info about the game very, very soon. And I can't wait. I'm definitely going to be covering it. This is too good not to be. A brand new MMO with the funding and quality of Palworld, with the Palworld IP behind it. This is going to have millions of players day one. They need to have a PC version also available, because I can't imagine it just being mobile and also being successful. There are plenty of mobile games out there that are popular, but there aren't really any mobile MMOs that are mobile exclusive that are popular. So curious to see how this ultimately ends up, but this game has been a monolithic success, shattering expectation, milestone, and achievement and accomplishment every step of the way, and they totally deserve it. I've been covering this game since the game was first announced, and kudos to them. They've done incredibly, and I'm very curious to try out Palworld Online. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.